Okay, Heather, welcome back. So, last time we kind of talked about your parents' divorce and how that affected you, and you being away in Australia while your brother was getting sick and his diagnosis. So, can you catch me up? Has anything else happened?
Yeah, so my brother actually recently just got a job, which is really good. And it was good because he did it on his own. It wasn't from my mom nagging or me saying anything. He just just wanted to get a job. So that was really good, and I don't know, I feel like that was really, it was just a good time for that to happen because I was starting to worry oh my gosh, is he ever gonna do anything for himself? Is he gonna be like this forever? So I think that was definitely a huge relief just to know that not only did he get a job, but he went out and did it himself. So I think that was good. And he's also been talking about going starting school again.
That's
so
awesome.
Yeah, so I feel things have gotten better in that sense, but then he's also he's really been frustrating me because, when all this was happening, I had so much sympathy for him, and I still do. I understand, it's never going to be easy for him. But now it's I see him improving, I see him getting better, but, he still is, he's, smoking weed all the time and, hanging out with the wrong crowd and, drinking all the time, which just, completely, it's just, not healthy for him right now. It's not healthy for anyone at any time, but, especially now, it makes his medicine less effective, and so, I'm just, frustrated in that aspect.
Right. So it sounds like he's taking a big, independent step forward in one aspect, but then socially he's kind of regressing a little.
Well, I wouldn't say he's socially regressing because he's been hanging out with his friends and stuff. When before he was very secluded and stuff. It's just the actions and activities that he's partaking in. I just it's just frustrating that he is starting to improve, but he's doing these things that are still continuing to hold him back.
Right.
If that makes sense. If he wasn't smoking so much, because he literally smokes all the freaking time.
Yeah.
And so if he wasn't doing that, I just feel he could be so much better. And that's just it just makes me so angry, and he doesn't realize the effect that it has on him, and he doesn't think that it's bad.
Right.
So that's frustrating. And I think the fact that my dad also did drugs and smoked weed and stuff, validates it in his head, makes him think that there's nothing wrong with it, because when if your parents doing something, you're not going to think anything's wrong with it. So I think that makes it harder for him to admit that it's wrong and admit that realize that he needs to stop.
Yeah. So it sounds like while it's bad for everyone, you feel like it's especially bad for him just because he's making so much progress and you don't want him to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and with the medicine that he's taking, obviously it's pretty strong, and he really needs it. It's an antipsychotic, and when he just doing the smoking and drinking a bunch and whatever else he's been doing, just makes it a lot less effective, and even with I guess because I'm not I've done a lot of research on schizophrenia and stuff, but I'm not completely sure what it does to your brain, but from what I've heard, and his doctors say, he needs to he basically needs to like protect his brain.
Yeah.
You know, like so more damage doesn't happen. Like so he doesn't like his illness doesn't get any worse. And I just feel like he's doing everything but that.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know, like he doesn't. It's just so frustrating. Like he doesn't. One of the worst parts to me about like the illness is like he doesn't realize he has it. And I think I said that before, but like I don't know. Like it would just be so much easier if like he knew that he was sick and like because like when I think about it, I think like, well, if I was in that situation, I'd be doing everything possible to like I don't know, like help my well-being and my brain and my mental health. Like he just doesn't have like that grasp of reality, I guess.
Right. So it seems like there's a little frustration with his like not ignorance but like lack of knowledge about his sickness.
Yeah, that and just because like I don't know, like I feel like like it's just he doesn't even think that he has it. So
right.
like I can't even say like lack of knowledge about it. He's just like being stupid. Like I don't know. It's just a hard situation. And it's like I worry about it. And I worry about him obviously and like that he's not gonna be happy, but then like when he does things like this, it's just kind of hard to like continue to have sympathy for him. And like I don't know, like what I say, like it's still so hard and like I have no idea like what he's going through. But it's just like it's just been like hard like adjusting to like a new normal when like that like because I feel like it continually changes. You know, like I don't know, like one moment I'll be doing like a lot better, and then like one moment I'll like be having like these like delusions, like people are out to get them, and then I'll be like I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard like understanding like how it has affected me and just coming to the realization of how much things have changed and like that. And just that he's like never gonna be the same.
Right. So it sounds like the constant change kind of makes you uncomfortable, but there's not like a steady, normal.
Yeah. I guess I kind of worry I worry that things have gotten better now. Like they have, like they're a lot better than what they were 6 months ago. But it's still kind of scary that, like, if this is as good as it's going to get, like, then that's bad. You know, like, I still worry that he's still not going to be happy. Like, he's never truly going to be happy. Like, he's not going to, like, fulfill his dreams and his goals. And, like, I don't know. I'm just, like, you know, like, he's stable right now.
Right.
And, like, that's, like, one of the main, like, goals of people with like, mental illness and, like, schizophrenia and stuff. But, like, if this is going to be, like, the new normal, like, it just sucks. This is it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, that's been hard to deal with, but then I have to realize, like, you know, there's only so much I can do, and I just have to, I guess, just process it and deal with it.
Yeah. So you're kind of feeling a little helpless?
Yeah. But, I mean, then again, like, I have to realize that there really is nothing I can do. And I was talking, like, someone else about it, about, like, my whole situation, and, like, just, like I've had, like I told you, like, I've had a big problem with, like, anxiety, too, and, like, I have really bad, like really low self-confidence lately, and, like, they just thought that I had just, like, kept all my emotions bottled up and, like, hadn't really, like, let it out, and it had been, like, creeping out as anxiety, and which makes complete and total sense because, like, I, like, always try to I guess like I try to ignore like the hurtful feelings and hurtful emotions that like have come from like everything that's happened, just because like I mean he wants to feel, like he wants to feel bad. But like we were talking and like we just came to the conclusion that like I haven't truly like grieved the loss of like my family.
Yeah.
Like because my dad's still here, my brother's still here, but like I don't have the family that I used to.
Right.
And so I don't know, that was just kind of an epiphany for me.
Yeah. Well, there was a very brutal change for you when you were in Australia, so that's so like understandable for you to feel that way.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then just especially like that on top of like everything that had happened with my dad and like like just I don't know, like kind of feeling guilty for like not really wanting a relationship with him, but then also feeling like he doesn't want one with me.
Yeah.
So I guess I just kind of have come into the realization that like there is only so much that I do have control over, and like what's the saying? There's just so much that I have control over, and like I really just don't even care about like really having a relationship with my dad. Like he doesn't try, like I'm not going to.
So it sounds like you kind of recognize that it's not your job to be the bigger person in your relationship with your father.
Yeah. Yeah. And I shouldn't feel guilty that like he doesn't want to have a relationship. Like that I feel like he doesn't want to have a relationship with me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess right now I'm just working on like accepting like what my family is now.
Yeah.
Which I still, like I still have a lot to be thankful for. It being way worse, like, but still, like every person has their hardships and it's hard for them, like.
Yeah.
So.
It had to be, I think that like one of the main things we talked about last time was how hard it was for you because you were so far away.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that kind of still plays into it today.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think like with my brother, like because I was so far away, I didn't really have to deal with what was going on. And I still think like I've accepted it more than obviously. But still, like, because I'm here most of the time, like, I don't have to, like, see him that way, and, like, and, like, I don't know, it's weird, like, I have a lot more anxiety when I'm in Knoxville.
Yeah.
And I think that it's, like, obviously because of school and stuff, but, like, I also think it's because, like, I'm a lot more comfortable when I'm home.
Yeah.
But now when I go home, it's really hard, like, because there's still those, like, signs about my brother. Like,
yeah.
He still, like, listens to things that, like, try to, like, keep his mind off of it. And that's been really hard, and I don't know. So, like, basically, I'm much more comfortable at home, but it's still, like, it's just still really hard to go home.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think, like, right now it's just, like, coming to the realization that, like, it can't be fixed, and
yeah,
this is just the new reality. And, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah. So it sounds like it's really hard to accept that this, and like you were saying earlier, this is the new normal, but it's always changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's kind of makes it more difficult because, I may be good, like, 1 month, and then like something drastic will happen, and like all kinds of crazy things just keep on happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's hard. Like just never knowing really when is it gonna all end?
Right.
You know, like when are things actually gonna calm down for good? And
Yeah.
so I guess just like I'm constantly wondering like what's gonna happen next.
Right.
Like, but I mean, for like things have been pretty stable for a while. Like I don't know. Like I've just, like I said, I've pretty much just given up on like ever really having a good relationship with my dad again.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like I honestly, I think I'm just so fed up with everything that had happened the past 3 years that like I don't even really want to have a relationship with him, which is sad. But you know, when someone like causes so much hurt in your life, you just wanna.
Right. So it sounds like you kind of know that your relationship with your dad is always going to be sort of toxic to you.
Yeah, mostly just because, like I feel I feel guilty for not having a relationship with him when like I have done everything that I can to like, and I just feel like being the dad, like I don't know, like I feel like if it's daughter, you should be the one who's trying harder, you know, but yeah, just came to that realization that like, you know, I'll be fine without him, like I shouldn't have to bend over backwards to have a relationship with him when I don't even feel like he really wants one with me. And when we are together, like it's just like literally like just painful how negative he is.
Yeah.
It's just like it doesn't bring anything good into my life, I guess.
Right. So this was a very hard decision for you to make, or kind of like a realization for you to come to?
I think it was just very gradual. Like, I did, like, yeah, it was hard, but I also kind of feel like there was no other way to, like, you know, like, no, I didn't really have a decision. Or, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like I've spent a lot of time, like, feeling guilty about, like, not having a relationship with him. But, I mean, like, again, there's only so much you can do. So I think it's just, like, it's been a very gradual thing, and I don't know. But I'm trying to think of other things that have happened. Gosh, I feel like so much has happened. But yeah, like, I went to, like, I still, like, you know, like, I went to Thanksgiving with his side of the family. And that was fine. We didn't really talk a lot, but, like, it's good that we can still do those kinds of things and, like, it not be, like, horrible. But it's just the fact that, like, he's never going to be the one to, like, go out of his way to, you know, contact me or, like, have a relationship with me.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I guess the hardest part about that was just, like, that we had been close before. And, like, I mean, he was a really good dad.
Yeah.
And then this happened, and so just, I guess that's just been the hardest, like, because I don't even, like, I know that he used to be a really good dad, but, like, looking back, like, I can't remember that now.
Yeah.
Just because of all the bad things that have happened, that's, like, kind of, I guess, I don't know, overcome, like, all the good things that he had done.
Right. So it sounds like the bad that he's done has outweighed the good that he did.
Yeah, for sure. Because, I don't know, he just, like, he just is completely not even the same person. So, it'll be okay, though. And like I think that like when like me and my friend were talking about, like she thought that like I hadn't like really like grieve the loss of my family, like that just like made so much sense because like, you know, I didn't physically lose anyone, but like, I mean, my like family completely just like changed, and so I don't know, like that's helped me a lot to just like realize that because, and she said something to me like when I asked, like when she said it to me, I was like, yeah, but like I feel like I shouldn't take it so hard because like I do still have a dad and I do still have a brother.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, well, what if whenever you're, and I was like, and because it's been so long, like it's been like, I mean, it's been like 2 years, like a year. I guess like a year and a half since my parents like finally got divorced. And I was like, it's been like over a year, you know, like I feel like I should be over it by now. And she just said to me, she was like, okay, well, if you had a friend who had lost a parent, like, and you said to them, and they said to you, like, it's been so long, like, I feel like I should be over this. Like, how would you reply to that? I'd be like, oh. And I feel like I would say, like, oh my gosh, like, no, like, you never get over that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, yeah, like, just because, like, you're, you know, your dad's still alive, like he's not in your life, like, you've lost it, you know, like,
yeah.
So that really put it into perspective for me, and I don't know, I guess just like made me realize like how much all this really did affect me because I'm very like I've always had in my head like things could be worse, you know, like people have gone through way worse things than I have, so like I kind of feel like I should just be strong and like it shouldn't affect me, and I think that's why like I've like always bottled things up and like held things in, and obviously it's coming out as like anxiety and like just like low self-worth and stuff, but like it's gone better, just like realizing these things and
So it sounds like making that realization with your friend was very almost hopeful for you to find an answer to why you were feeling that way.
Yeah. And like I don't know, like this semester I guess I've just really been trying to like, because like I've dealt with anxiety ever since my parents got divorced, and like it's just gotten so bad, like my confidence level has just like completely dropped, and like for a while I was just like why did that happen, like I've never been like this, and so like I've just for the longest time I've been very frustrated about that, and like I just haven't really like felt like myself, and so like I've been really trying to like work on that and like figure out why I'm like that, or like why I've been that way. And so, I don't know, I've just, when I realized that, like, I do, you know, bottle up emotions and, like, I don't let my, like, I ignore feelings, I guess, and, like, try to distract myself, like, I've really been trying to just, like, feel, I guess, like, how, or just feel the feelings and the emotion, the hurtful parts of it. And I think that's like kind of helped me like move past this and accept it and kind of just like see my family as it is now and just like move on. I guess.
So it sounds like it was a good decision for you to just like sit in your feelings and just feel them.
Yeah, and now like, you know, if I'm having a bad day or whatever, like instead of like, you know, like listening to music or something, like I'll think to myself, like, okay, like, what is it that's making me feel this way? Like, I'll try to, like, try to, like, figure out, like, why, like, what's the underlying cause of it, versus, like, trying to distract myself. And, like, obviously, like, you know, like, I'm still working on that. It's, like, work in progress, but I don't know, I think just having that kind of mindset, like, will help me to where I don't like bottle things up as much as I had.
That's definitely a step in the right direction for you, like emotionally.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, I still feel like I have a lot of ways to go. But I think it's good, like, coming to those realizations. And
Yeah. It's always a relief to find an answer to a feeling that you didn't understand before.
Yeah, exactly. And just like having more self-awareness of like how things like affect you. And it's, I don't know, like I guess it's just like really everything like with my dad, like since that happened with my brother, like everything with my dad like has just seemed like so small.
Yeah.
You know, and so like I feel like I kind of pushed that to the side for a little while and like focused more on my brother. And I don't know, I guess like kind of even like thinking about my relationship with my dad, like I kind of just, I don't know, I just feel like all my attention should be about like how to help my brother. And like I'm also kind of scared that like when I go home, like I enjoy going home because like I get to see my mom and like my friends and stuff, but like I don't really get excited like to see my brother.
Yeah.
And like that scares me. Like I don't want to like accidentally or like subconsciously like push him away just because like the things that he does, like I think like I don't know, just to hear him talk about like his delusions and stuff just like literally just like breaks my heart and like just makes me so angry and so sad. And like when he does talk about that, which isn't that often, but it happens, like I literally like I just leave the room, like I don't want anything to do with it. And like it causes me to just not want to like be around him at all sometimes. And that just scares me. Like I don't want to like push him away. And then it makes it harder when I feel like he's not making it any easier on himself by like not taking care of himself.
Yeah.
Not like continuing to smoke weed all the time, literally all the time. Like I don't know, it's just annoying. And I just worry that like I just want to get back to where like I enjoy spending time with him.
Okay, just a warning, we have a little under 5 minutes left, but you can continue. It kind of sounds like your conversation with your friend and your self-awareness could really be useful in like communicating with your brother.
Yeah, I think so. And like I definitely need to work on that because this weekend like he forgot about like my mom's Thanksgiving dinner. And like obviously, you know, like her and I had like cooked all day and it really hurt our feelings. And my mom's boyfriend, I don't know what he texted him and said, but he texted him and said something. And he like showed up like 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
So we're like, what? And he was like, I'm really sorry, I forgot. And it pissed me off because he was trying to like act like the victim. Like, you know, like just act like he didn't do anything wrong. And I yelled from the living room, I was like, maybe it's because you smoke so much pot. And he gets really defensive when I say that kind of thing. And like, it's just because I'm so bad with confrontation. Like, he got really mad. And I know I shouldn't have like approached it that way, but yeah, I'm really bad with like talking to him about it because like he gets so defensive and I'm just really bad with confrontation. So it's definitely something I need to work on and is important, I think, for us to continue to like have a relationship for him to like know how I feel. But
well, it sounds like you're already working on it, like with your relationship with your dad, or your conversation with your friend about like why you're feeling this way, and your decision to kind of be more self-aware. That sounds like you're already like heading toward a better approach to your brother.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, well, thank you.
I feel like that's a good place
Yeah.
to end.